If you strive to be your most authentic and best self, I suggest you keep watching this video. Here are 5 ways to be your most authentic and best self. Hello beautiful humans and welcome back to my channel. Growing up in my family environment or in school, all those years, middle school, 4 years of high school, you can be influenced by a lot of people around you. It can be either bad or good influence. Those things that influence you start to form you in who you are as a person before you even get to know yourself at a young age. I know with me, it has not always been very good. I've came across a plethora of people who will beat you down, treat you like you're just not a human or you're an equal. Different personalities all across the board. When you're around those energies, you feel as though you don't know who you are, what your beliefs are, and you're so caught up in what everybody else believes. Me growing up, I always knew the simple things that I liked, like, I don't know, maybe music or dancing or stuff like that, but I never knew my soul, you know, who I truly was as a person. Being around all those energies did not help. We all have those phases in our life where we represent a different person than who we are now, and it's embarrassing. We have to accept those parts of us, accept our past selves, but take what resonates with us and leave what doesn't benefit us and show it to the world. Show it to the world, be very vocal about it, and that is exactly why the first step to being your most authentic and best self is being vocal about your beliefs and speaking your truth. This requires honesty and authenticity. Expressing yourself with your words or your actions and decision making is such a liberating experience, and it doesn't only benefit yourself, but it benefits the people around you. Also, with expression comes creativity and self-based thinking, and you could potentially inspire others. That will give them permission to do the same. It's an expression of self-knowledge that you will be developing. You would be honoring and respecting the relationship that you have with yourself on a way deeper level, which in fact is one of the most important things to ever inherit. Uncomfortable? Speak your truth. Something bothering you? Speak your truth. What did I say about those boundaries? Okay, exactly. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't always have to be bad things around you. It could even be good things that you want to express. Be authentic about what you enjoy, experiences that you want to invest in, or something simple like your favorite flower or a guilty pleasure that you may have. Being vocal for me has always turned out the best, and I'm not a very confrontational person. I feel like I'm mostly confrontational when it comes to guys because don't ever deal with that BS. Don't ever deal with a man's BS, or I won't say a boy's BS. Just the basic things, I'm not very confrontational, but when I am speaking my truth and being vocal about the things that I don't like, or being vocal about the things that inspire me, things that I hold close to my heart, when I am like that, I attract the people that I want, I attract the energy that I want, and things all will turn out to my favor because you're throwing all that energy to the universe and it'll come back to you tenfold. When you really learn yourself and speak your truth, you gain better relationships, gain more social confidence, knowing your weaknesses, because that's what comes with speaking your truth and getting to know yourself. Not only the good things, but the bad things as well. Let's be self-aware here. Tip number 2. I just spoke about me speaking my truth about things that inspire me or the things that I'm passionate about, and that comes with embracing your vulnerability. Vulnerability is like a synonym to authenticity to me, and having compassion for yourself, for your true self, and for your past self is so significant, especially with your past self, because there's a little bit of that still in you. It might be hiding, it's still there, and certain things trigger you and certain things will make that part of you come out, and that is okay. Don't take that as a weakness. If anything, being vulnerable and accepting all of yourself is a very powerful quality to have. The vulnerable side of you is the part of you that a lot of people hold close to their heart. Most of the time, they keep it to themselves. But why? It is who you are. The problem is that people avoid this side of them because they want to avoid rejection and how others will take it. There are plenty of benefits with embracing your vulnerability, such as empathy, self-compassion, emotional and mental health. This one is a really big one. Personal development or a stronger sense of identity. We're being authentic here. This is the point. And I don't know about you, but whenever I'm looking for a significant other, I expect them to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is so attractive. So that's something else that you can get out of it. Having a partner that's in tune with the emotions and emotionally intelligent is an attractive thing. Vulnerability is in fact your greatest asset. So remove that mask and simply accept yourself. Think about it. You'll be protected from wounds, but blocking this part of you will also steer you away from being open to love, happiness, the little joys and things, or the big beauty of life and what it has to offer you. We're not self-sabotaging over here because I want to be my best self, and if I have to sacrifice being vulnerable, then so be it. And if the people that don't want to be there for you because of your vulnerability, that just shows their true colors, and you can kick them to the curb. They don't deserve to be in your life anyway. You must allow others to experience who you are. And like I said before, the ones that don't like it or appreciate it can find their way out. Because being truly authentic is not only being authentic within yourself, but it's being authentic about the people around you and who you allow around you. No, guys, this is a very important one, and I feel like a lot of people struggle with this. This one is finding your life purpose. This one is so important. This one is all about exploring your values, identifying what's important to you in life or in others. Pay attention to your emotions and how you feel throughout your days or your interactions with others, and then at the end of the day, journal about it. This will help you so much because you can always go back to your notebook or your journal or whatever that you choose to write in, and you can always look back at it, and it can remind you of yourself, remind you of your values, remind you what you're looking for in life. This is all about learning about yourself. For example, in life, is it fulfillment, growth, adventure, balance, having or building a community, passion, learning, self-expression? And as for the values that you look for in others, is it warmth, wisdom, intimacy, respect, mindfulness, kindness, romance? It can be a plethora of things. You just have to know what you want. Do not let your life run you. You run your life. Don't let life carry you and drag you along. You must take control of your life and find what you want. Find the things that are most important to you. Don't just go along with life doing what everybody else is doing, going with the flow of things. No, take control of your life because it's yours. You own it. Oh, I'm going to go into the medical field because my mom is in the medical field. Oh, my friend is into skateboarding. Maybe I can do skateboarding too and make it into a profession. Oh, Mango is a content creator and she's building a platform and community every single day. Let me do the same thing and maybe I'll find my life purpose. No. No, no, no. That is not how you go about it. Sit with yourself, take a deep breath. Do not follow the crowd and just focus on your needs and what you desire in life. And this goes hand in hand with the fourth tip that I have for you, and that is do not pick up after your family and their behaviors. I cannot stress this enough. My gosh. If you watch my most popular video on my channel, it's literally about how I try to stay away from my family. You have to do what's best for you. Don't always follow the things that your close ones or your family try to shove into your head and make you feel as though is the only right way in life. No, find yourself. Be who you are, okay? Your family is the foundation of your emotions, your relationships with others, how you see yourself, and also how you view the world. Which is crazy because there are billions of people on this planet and there are so many possibilities, opportunities, so many personalities, and not everybody lives their life the same exact way. It's crazy how one group of people can form your brain into only one mind and thought process. That is just simply not the way, and it is never impossible to expand your input about things. My dad always taught me something back when I was in high school. I use it in the same way of how I feel about my family, but my dad always said this to me when I was in high school. He said, don't make high school your entire life, meaning that high school is only 4 years of your life. Don't take everything that you learned in high school and carry it for the rest of your life, because it's not going to be the same. Every life experience is the same. What you may experience in high school is not what you're going to experience in the outside world. What you may hear in high school, or what the things that people may say to you in high school, don't take it personally, because people outside of that may feel completely different. And he was speaking facts. That quote that he told me literally saved my life, because Lord knows what the hell I went through in high school. The whole point is that be your own person, because sometimes, not even sometimes, but most of the times, the people in your family are the ones that are lost as fudge. Brain just not braining. Learned from, my personal experience. Hashtag trauma. This won't turn into a video about family and the impact that they can have on you. But depending on your environment, you must be extremely careful with how you carry yourself into the outside world. Let the crowd follow you. You don't follow the crowd. Not even just with your family, but just people in general. Don't let anybody tell you how you should feel about love or relationships, or tell you that your standards are not standards that can be met, which I'm going to make a video on that here on this channel, because your standards are very possible to be met. Some people were told that what they wanted were impossible, and now they're living their best life. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or cannot make your career out of. Don't let anybody make you believe that you cannot be the best version of yourself, or you cannot be who you've always wanted to be since you were a little girl or little boy. Do not let that have the smallest impact on how you think or your thought process is. You be who you want to be, and nobody else's thoughts or input about how you control your life will ever take away your worth or your values or the things that you want to achieve in life. So yes, be your best self regardless of other people's behaviors or how other people view things, because who said that you had to view those things the same way? Nobody. And the very last and final tip that I have for you: do shadow work. Do shadow work and uncover all the things that you find unacceptable about yourself. The thoughts that you may find unacceptable. What do you think about when you look in the mirror first thing in the morning? Those things are important. I've been talking about how others can impact you, and how others' behaviors and thoughts can impact you, and how it can tarnish you from being your most authentic self. But we are not living in a victim mentality, because at the end of the day, it always comes down to who you are. We have to sit and take accountability for our thoughts, sit and take accountability for how we think about ourselves, tap into a new mindset and a new thought process on how we run our everyday life. Doing this will simply remove the self behaviors that are blocking you from being your best self. The idea of this is that it is not always always others that are stopping us from being our best self or our most authentic. Us as a people tend to, I want to say, self-sabotage and not realize our own cycles. Without realizing this would be us gaining a victim mindset, a victim complex mentality. And if anything, that's holding us back from who we are. Even if you're just trying, you could just be trying. Discovering the things about yourself that you aren't so fond of, actually acknowledging them and not ignoring them, is already the first step of you trying to be that for yourself. Because being your best self also involves self-acceptance. If we cannot accept the bad parts of ourselves, and we tend to only accept the good parts of ourselves, is that really us tapping into that higher vibration that we want to? With acknowledging the bad things about ourselves, others may feel like this is uncomfortable or taboo. But what did I say about following the crowd? They think it's uncomfortable and taboo because they can't stand self-growth, self-development. That's their projections. But you can do it because it shows that you are more than capable of being who you want to be and showing up for yourself. To deeply love who you are, you must be willing to face and love even your darkness. Even those parts of you deserve to be loved by tending to them properly. Always remember, with everything that I told you, that emotions are energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed into something else. And you must allow those shadows to rise. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you took every single thing that I've told you and eventually insert it into your own life and into your own life needs. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you. Keep being your best self. Bye-bye. 너의 발을 맞추려 할 때마다